For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson, open man, the tight end falls. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when, and he told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Defense, keep it up, guys.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Again, it's Watson. He's got Fuller. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
On 4th down, Watson looking for his tight end, fouls, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. Up at the 29 now. They'll head to the line. 2nd and a yard. Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Let's go.
First down.
Alert.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
On first down. Watson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Flushed out right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. From the 50, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He wants it all for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down.
Alert! Safety's creeping. Hey, pick it up.
Here we go on 4th. Watson, he finds his target, Fuller. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Now a first down throw, Watson. And this one's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 20-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
It's complete to Fuller. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
From the gun, a give to Hyde. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll run. Hyde. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the Ravens 3-yard line.
They'll run for it with Hyde. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
You ain't going nowhere.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Out. Check the man.
Here's Watson throwing again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. He's got Evans. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
That's good for a Texans first down.
To the air yet again, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Maybe a free play for Watson. And a sack. They get to him defensively, but the flag comes in, and I think the D jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Watson looks to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the 25 on 2nd down, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. He's completed 4 passes so far in this game. The issue is 2 of them have been to the guys in the wrong colored jersey.
So I'd say there's a little bit of clouded vision, right? Sometimes he sees clearly, sometimes he doesn't. I know on the sideline they'll be going over things and talk about what the coverages are and what they're seeing. So you used to look at the snapshots. Now you look at the Microsoft Surface Pro. He's got to analyze what he's seeing and be more accurate with the ball.
Mike, 55.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Defense.
And that's about the easiest decline call you'll ever have right there.
Well, it leads me to one of my pet peeves, and maybe peeves is too strong of a word. But if you're going to jump off sides, finish the play. Make sure the play ends. Don't jump off sides and stop. Because you see the net result here. If you go ahead and finish the play, you don't give up that type of yardage.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, they're working on it for a little bit. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Let's get in there. Let's get in there. Mike, 55. Check, 55. Mike. I'm here all day. Shut up. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Now Jackson. Snead's got it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Here's Sam Cook now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Getting set to go again, DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
On 2nd and 9, Watson underneath for Johnson. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's going to be a long walk. It's going to be a long walk.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And an alley to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. Forced out to his left. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
On second and a long way to go. Watson, and his throw is incomplete.
Well, Brandon, all receivers are trying to make sure that the defender thinks they're going to the middle of the field when they're running the out cut. On that play, didn't get it done very well because that one was batted down.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever.
I got you. I got you.
Faking the give. Now Watson. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. The former Longhorn back home, Earl Thomas. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
We got this.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they're getting blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now listen, it's a team game, we know that, but where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again, but on offense they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. You just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Ingram. Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Ingram. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that, because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
Rush in. Tight dog. Switch. Take four.
On second down now. It's Ingram, and they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Tighten up.
They'll look to run with Ingram. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. Second and inches.
Check hot route.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Ingram. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram taking it in as the Ravens push further out in front. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Watson and the Texans now Down 21-13, a little over a minute to go. They need a touchdown and, of course, the two-point conversion as well. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Fuller. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he gets in just in the nick of time, so they get the touchdown they need. Now they need a two-point conversion to tie in.
But they certainly aren't afraid to dial up the long ball, and fans dig the long ball. And they absolutely needed it, and guess what? They got it. How about that?
And now a two-point conversion away from tying this game up. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the two-point conversion to tie the ball game. Watson now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to take off with it. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. Everything was riding on that two-point conversion, and they got it.
They got it. They now have the momentum. Time really dwindling in this game. Now their big deal is make sure they get a good kickoff and don't give up anything big on the defensive end.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. To throw is Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. J.J. Watt in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. First throw in overtime now for Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
First throw in OT for Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. He'll try and run it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
This is it. 218. I-55. Let's go, baby. I-55. Let's go, baby. What you got,
They'll run on 1st down. It's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Double tight, guys. Double tight. 4 down. 4 down. Check it back. 55. And let's go.
A give to Hyde out of the gun. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. consistency and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.